Sean from Incantation, and you're watching United Rock Nation.
Thank you very much, Dan. It's very good pleasure to be with you today at the Pit Fest. So it was an opportunity because I was there like a tourist, not like a journalist for today, because I work for United Rock Nations, and I wanted to do an interview from you about INCANTATION and about the new album released the 25th of August.
Yes.
But before talking about this new album, you were on stage only 1 hour ago.
Yes.
At the Pit Fest in Amen. What was your feeling about this show? How do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, it was great to do. I mean, we knew before doing it that, you know, we're playing with a lot of bands that aren't in our style. You know, it's not a lot of death metal on here, but for us, that's good to play for some different people and stuff, you know. Plus, we've seen some familiar faces that we've seen at other shows and stuff too. So we had like some familiar faces here and a lot of new people, which that's perfect, you know, because you want to get out and we want to play our, you know, sick fucking death metal for everybody, you know, and just you know, even if they're not totally into it, we want to plant the seed of brutality in them.
So this is the first gigs of a tour in Europe.
Yes.
During for 3 weeks.
Yes.
How do you prepare the tour in Europe with the band?
How do I prepare for it? Oh, it's a long regimen. No, it's pretty easy. I mean, we've been touring so much, you know, throughout our career, so it's fairly easy. It's just, you know, basically we came to Netherlands early. I flew out on Monday, so we had like Wednesday and Thursday to practice. We were in was it Swallow? I don't know how to pronounce it, the city properly, but we rehearsed over there for a couple days, and everyone just does a lot of homework, and it was just great because we just got together, and the first time we jammed on Wednesday, it was just like, it felt so good. It was just like, you know, we just knew we just needed a couple more reps the other day, you know, the next day, and we were ready to go. But yeah, I mean, it's in general though, as far as touring now, it's way more difficult than it was before the pandemic because the prices of everything got super high, you know. So it's like we just have to try really hard on tour to conserve money as much as possible because things are so expensive. We did a tour last year around the same time, and yeah, we ended up like losing a lot of money because the you know, the expenses were just crazy. I think things are a little bit better, but still very expensive. But it's like that everywhere in the world. It's not just Europe, you know.
Okay. When I saw you on stage today, I found you very happy to be there. How do you keep this energy and this motivation after 30 years of career?
Well, a big part of it is that we just love playing the music. I mean, all the guys, I love playing with all the guys. I mean, when we're doing it on stage, we're all having fun. We all get along well. We all believe in what we're doing, and it just, you know, there's like, I mean, playing music has been a goal and a dream of mine since I've been like 8 years old or something, to play music. So it's like they still get to play music. You know, it's always an honor, you know, because to me it's like my childhood dreams come true or something. It sounds cheesy, but you know, when you have something that you've been focused on since you were very young, and you do it, you're still able to do it, you know, 30 years or so into our career. It's really amazing, and it's really nice to know that our style of music is still relevant after all this time, because we've been, you know, you do it for so long, you don't think that the music's, you know, trends happen, different music trends, and we never would have thought that our style of death metal would be like, you know, back as a you know, an important force in the metal world, you know. So yeah, it's really, the simple answer is just we love what we do, so it's easy to have fun. I mean anyone playing a show is going to have a blast. I mean, they should. If they're not having fun, then they probably shouldn't be doing it, you know. It's not good when bands also do it just for the money, that's bad, you know, because you're not getting a good, sincere show, I think, you know. It's better when people enjoy doing it. I mean, of course, people, you know, it's great if bands make lots of money, that's great, but they should still do it. The main goal should be the love of music, not the love of money.
Yeah. So, a new album this year, 25 of August. This new album, this is the 13th album of Incantation.
Yes.
Called Unholy Deification. What was your state of mind 1 month and a half before the release of this new album?
Like, what do you mean, like what our vibe was? Or what we were thinking?
Your vibe, your feeling, are you stressed, are you very happy?
Oh, just before the release gets out. It's always nerve-wracking when you work your ass off on an album. I mean, we all of us spend a lot of time, you know, writing and, you know, perfecting the songs, and, you know, you do a lot of work with production of the songs. It's like there's so many aspects of it that take just, you know, a lot of effort on all of our part in the band. So, of course, even though we feel great about the stuff, you never know what other people are going to think about it, you know? I mean, we could think it's great, but everybody else thinks it sucks or something, you know? So, of course, it's always nerve-wracking to some extent, but we just, you know, we look at it in a way like we just do what we do and throw it out there, and hopefully people like it, and if they don't like it, as long as we like it, it's good. But, yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, you know, any band that releases something, an album, a new album or whatever, is going to be a little anxious and nervous, because of course when you put that much work, you want people to like it, but you can't control if people like it. Maybe they're not on the same page. Maybe, you know, sometimes even you can put a great album out, but the trends are different at the time where people aren't interested in it. So it's very nerve-wracking for sure, but at the same time, it's like you just, you know, we're proud of the album and we'll stand behind it, you know.
And could you explain to me and to us how did you work to songwriting and to have this sound so heavy, so brutal, so aggressive in this one?
Well, every album is an answer to the previous album. It's just the way it works for me, especially, but probably other guys too, but I can speak on my behalf. It's like I liked the Sect of All Divinities album, the previous one. I thought it was good, but I felt like every album that you listen, when I listen to it, I hear something. I'm like, oh, maybe we could have more of this or more of that. So the next time around, you try to compensate for whatever you think might have been lacking on the previous one. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. So immediately, I thought that the Sect of All Divinities album, in my opinion, even though a lot of people really liked the production of it and it did great for us, I personally thought it could have been a heavier production on the album myself, and I thought it could have been a little more aggression to the music. It's to me it felt a little bit I wouldn't say contained, we'll say, and I wanted something on this one, at least for my contribution. I wanted to be more aggressive, more have that attack to it, you know. And so immediately, this first stuff I wrote was some of the more you know, aggressive songs on there, because it was just like, I just felt like, you know, yeah, that was the thing that was irking me about the Sect of All Divinities album. Even though it's a brutal album, it's like I'll nitpick the fuck out of it and try to find little things that this, you know, needs more of this or that. But I mean, everybody really contributed, you know, great stuff to the album in the band, and it was really great because some of the songs on there really were able to get a good collaboration of everybody in the band, and really the you know, this is the first full album that Luke, our guitar players, played on, and his contribution to the album was really great. I mean, not just, you know, riff wise, but like lead wise, he did a really good job, I thought, on the leads. Like, they're just really feelingful, and that kind of feeling and aura in the leads really works with our style of music that we do. it needs to sound like morbid sounding, and like evil sounding leads, not just well played kind of stuff,
You played 2 songs of this new album on stage.
We did one. We did
One?
just a Concordat.
Concordat?
Yeah.
What's your feeling about the people when they listen to this new song? I saw people, and I found them very enthusiastic of this new song.
Yeah.
So what's your feeling about it?
Well, I mean, it was our first time playing the new song, so it was like, it's a little bit nerve-wracking because you never know how.
Yeah.
Because especially it's a new song, and it just was released yesterday, so it's like, I mean, a lot of people listen to it already, but there's still a lot of people that haven't listened to it yet, so it's totally fresh. But the thing that was good is that I noticed that people were into it right from the beginning, so it kind of like makes you feel a little more comfortable afterwards, because there's just you're always a little skeptical because you never know, because there's songs all the time that we really like to play live or want to play live or want to throw something in the set that is special, but sometimes we do it and people are just like, huh, what's this, or they're not interested or something like that. So it's always nerve-wracking when you put in a brand new song because people haven't heard it, but the reaction's been really good for the song on since yesterday. So we're hoping that it goes over good live. I think people that have contacted us and stuff, or messaged us on social media, has been asking us to play new song live this time. So hopefully they hear it live and enjoy it. It would suck if they didn't, but it's life. We like it. We think it sounded killer. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm. And if we have to compare this new album with the previous one, what was the evolution and the difference we could expect with this new?
Well, first of all, for me personally, the most important part is that it was more of a group effort on this album than the last one. So that's really awesome. And I mean, there's a lot of things that are really positive about it. The lead work that Luke did is very important, and I think it has just overall it's a more aggressive and also more morbid sounding album than the last one, and I like the production more. The production, it holds that heavy girth that needs to be in the sound. I thought the last album, even though the production was good, it was thinner than I would prefer. But the Sector Violence Divinities album was a stressful situation because we were having band member problems at the time and stuff. There was a lot of frustration, and even though it came out really good, it was like pulling teeth to get there, and also the the production aspect of it. Personally, I kind of like let go of it after a while because I was so burnt out on the putting the record together and stuff on my parts that by the time we got to mix, I was a little bit not focused as much, so I kind of let Dan Swano and other people kind of dictate the mix. And on this album, the band in general had a little more control over the mix, so we're able to really make sure it sounded heavy as fuck, and that's what we want. It works best when our albums are heavy as fuck. I mean, we're a fucking death metal band,
You told when you compose an album, for you it's important the songwriting, it's important the music, the sound, but and the artwork is important for you too.
Yes.
And could you tell me more about this new artwork? What is the meaning of it?
Okay,
with the different songs.
Yeah, I mean, it works with the album concept, obviously, which the album concept is basically like about it's about creating a new god, like a new deity, from bits and pieces of the old deities. It's kind of like crushing all the old religions to build a new religion that's just as bad, if not worse, than the former religions. So there's a story on the album. That's why the songs are numbered, not just numbered as track 1 through 10, but they're also have Roman numerals on the other side, because if you read the lyrics in order, it tells a story of the whole thing. So basically the cover is the creating of a new deity is in the cover, and it's basically like taking souls into it, because what it is, it's kind of like you're taking everything from all the religions, and now it's to the point where it's taking souls to kind of build up its power and stuff until it takes its form, which is, part of like the old gods and part of like the new spirits are giving it energy and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool concept that Chuck, our bass player, came up with that really fits, and I think Elron Cantor did a great job of kind of getting the dark imagery and stuff, because we wanted the cover to really represent the concept well. And if you look at it closely, it's like lots of bodies on the bottom. There's bodies, like getting expelled from it and taken in from it, and it doesn't really, the creature doesn't really have its form yet, which is it's kind of like in its development stage or something, but we thought it looked cooler that way than we didn't want to have something that was too much like anything, because if it's a new god, it doesn't need to necessarily be in any form.
For this album, there are some other I will find my word, other singer like John Becerra from Possessed. You make some
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't find. I don't
he
find
did some vocals for us.
Yes,
on the
yes,
album, yes.
There is different person in this album with you. The name, the featuring, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, featuring with Jeff Becerra from Possessed, Henry Fagan, ex-Revenant.
Yes.
And Dan Vadim Van.
Yes.
From Morbid Angel.
Yes.
So, what was the importance of this featuring in the album, and how do you manage to do it with the three guys?
Well, we wanted that part of the song to be kind of a chant, we'll say, and we could have did it ourselves with our own, we could have did different tones and try to do it ourselves, but we figured it'd be cool to get some people that are important to us in the band, or to me. I mean, Jeff Becerra, obviously, Possessed. I mean, he is one of the most important bands that helped create death metal. So to have him on there seemed like an awesome, an awesome thing. He's a good friend of ours and just a cool dude. And then also, I reconnected with Henry Vegian from my old band Revenant, because back when I was just starting to, learn about writing music and stuff, Revenant was a band that I kind of came to myself in before I started Incantation. So it was super, for me, it was like a very personal thing, because this is having somebody on the album that was there and like my friend and someone that helped me develop as a musician, to be able to circle around and now have him be a part of our album, it was something personally special to me, And then Dan has been filling in on bass on tour with us, because Chuck, our bass player, can't tour that much because of work. He doesn't get enough time off work. So Dan Vladivon helps us out on bass on tour, and it just was like we were doing the vocals, and we're like, oh yeah, fucking that Dan's right here. We asked. I didn't even know he did vocals, but I asked him if he wants to do it. It'd be great to have him on there, and he was cool enough to do it. So it's great. We have it's nice to have it's nice to have a connection, with other people. I mean, they're all cool guys, and it's all something very special to us. It's not that it's so important for other people maybe, but for us in the band, it's nice to be able to share a moment like that.
Okay. And do you think it's possible to have all those people with you on stage, maybe to sing with you
yeah.
from that song?
I don't
state. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
In a festival.
That would be tough to get all three of them together, but hey, if it could happen, that would be great, But no, it's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
That would be good though, Maybe get one at a time, maybe, but not all three at once. I don't think,
Okay. That was the last question. Maybe the end of the word of the end, maybe.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the interview. We appreciate it. It's totally cool.
We appreciate it too.
Just everybody out there, just check out the new album, Unholy Deification. It's if you're into old school death metal, done no bullshit, you probably like it, And even if you're not, give it a whirl. Check it out. Maybe it'll help you enter the world of death metal darkness.
The 25th of August, the new album of Incantation.
Yes.
Check it out.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a very pleasure.
Ah,
Because I
thank you.
listened to Incantation when I was a young guy, maybe 30 years ago.